Hello and welcome to the White Collar Fitness Radio, the ultimate podcast for professionals striving to achieve optimal performance in today's fast-paced age. I'm your host, Bruno Delladoni, online body transformation specialist and founder of the Health Coach Fitness. I'm here to help you optimize your health and fitness, even if you're short on time. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we've got a bit of a weird episode. I was scrolling through the interwebs and I found an article in the Daily Mail online by Kate Pickles, health editor. And the article is called "Women are taking fat jabs in secret to avoid the stigma surrounding weight loss not achieved with diet and exercise alone, poll reveals." I'm going to read you a couple of bits from this article, and then I'll comment. All right. So it starts like this: 1 in 10 women are taking weight loss medication, while almost 3/4 are considering it, poll found. A survey of 1,000 women aged 30 to 75 found most were considering taking the likes of Wegovy and Mounjaro to help them lose weight this year. But many women admitted they would only do so secretly to avoid the stigma surrounding weight loss. And that was not the result of diet and exercise alone. Of those taking them, 1 in 5, 19%, admitted they were taking medication without others knowing, while more than a third, 35%, said they would only tell those closest to them. Almost 9 in 10, 86%, said they had tried multiple diet and weight loss programs to lose weight, and that difficulty maintaining a consistent diet was the biggest barrier to weight loss, followed by a lack of time for regular exercise and mental health or motivational challenge, according to the findings commissioned by digital weight loss service Juniper. More than 500,000 people in the UK are now taking weight loss injections, with the majority coming from private pharmacies. That last bit is completely irrelevant. But 500,000 people are taking weight loss stuff. Okay, that was the bulk of the article. And there's a lot of numbers there and a lot of stats that you probably don't need to know. But it's to highlight two things. One, there's a lot of people taking weight loss medication. And two, the vast majority wanting to do stuff, they're wanting to lose weight without changing who they are. I'm going to read it again. Almost 9 in 10, so 86%, said they had tried multiple diet and weight loss programs to lose weight. Take a second and have a think. What does that sound like? It sounds like people have attempted half-arsed. And listen, this is not going to, if you're listening to this, hoping for a politically correct, full of compassion podcast, turn off now. This is not it. People need to get a grip. Now, I genuinely feel for people that genuinely need help. Like morbidly obese people that can't get out of bed. I feel for them because obesity is, for the vast majority of society, I say vast majority, but for a lot of people who don't have that, who keep themselves in a decent nick, go to the gym a couple of times a week, 3 times a week, eat normal, have a few beers after work, a couple of glasses of wine in the summer, whatever, right? And you're not morbidly obese, it's very difficult to understand how you get yourself to that position. It's difficult to put yourself in that mindset where you just get bigger and bigger, and then you find yourself in a position where maybe you can barely walk. And so, yeah, there is a place for this stuff. And listen, if you've got the money and you want to buy it, fine, whatever. But let me tell you, I know people, like I personally know people, have raised money. Like I'm talking upwards of £10,000 to go and have bariatric surgery. They shed the weight like you would. I'm talking like nearly 40 kilos, 45 kilos, gone. They're like a new person. And within 3 years, they are fatter than when they started. Why is that? The reason for that is because people want a quick fix. They want something for nothing. And that just doesn't happen. Like, I'm so passionate about this stuff because I think you need to take some responsibility for yourself. And listen, trying to lose some weight is hard because if you were the kind of person that took the habits and ate the stuff and did the thing that meant you didn't need to lose weight, you wouldn't have the weight to lose. But you're not that person. So it takes habit change. It takes you being uncomfortable. It takes you getting out of your mindset. And I'm going to say something that might be very unpopular, but you need to suffer a little bit. Not because I want you to suffer, I don't. But behavior change sucks. And you're going to need to go through that behavior change to build some new habits, to be the person that doesn't need to lose weight. Just because you can afford to go and buy your little stabby stick to lose some weight doesn't mean you should. Because for the vast majority of these people that are spending their money buying this stuff, especially the ones that don't want to tell anyone because of stigma, I guarantee you the vast majority of them. I'm not a betting man. If I was a betting man, I would put money down that the vast majority of them, as soon as they stop with their stabby stick, they are going to whack their weight back on. But it'll be worse. And let me reference, if you haven't listened to the episode I've done on these weight loss drugs, go and take a listen. Because it's worse than that. A lot of people that use this, they aren't in fact lifting weights, especially heavy weights. And you need to, because, listen, how your body works is like this. Your body is always and forever trying to survive. That's its main function. Secondary to that is like ensuring future generations. That's it. That's what your body's designed to do. You're hungry because you might starve, right? You sleep because you need brain function so that you can be sharp, so you don't die. That's the whole point, right? Your body is there to make sure you stay alive. And if you put yourself in controlled starvation, which is what dieting is, and you're not exercising, you're not stimulating the most expensive in terms of calories, in terms of energy consumed, energy used, stimulating the most expensive mechanism through which you burn calories, what do you think your body's going to do? It's going to get rid of it because it doesn't need it. It wants to. You're already in an energy deficit. Your body's like, hell no, I need to conserve this energy. So it's going to get rid of the machinery that's wasting the energy. That's your muscles. That's your tissue. That's the stuff that you need so that you stay lean, not just because it makes you look better, but because it improves quality of life. If you have kids, young kids, and you need to play with them, if you don't have tissue to be able to pick them up and throw them about, I'm telling you now, it's going to suck because you won't be able to pick them up. You won't be able to run with them for any length of time. What has happened, there's studies on it, and I'm convinced I referenced them in the previous podcast, that show that basically people that aren't exercising but taking this stuff, they're losing a bunch of muscle tissue, muscle mass, as well as body fat. Some of them are losing bone density because of it. And then what happens is they stop with the stabby stick, and now they've got less tissue. So the BMI, the basal metabolic rate, basically the calories you burn by simply being a vegetable, are now lower. They haven't really changed their habits. They haven't changed their mindset. They haven't done any of the hard, sucky work. They've just used the stabby stick. And so as soon as they stop that, their calorie consumption will go up. They have less machinery to burn those calories. They're going to get fatter quicker, and their quality of life is going to suck more. I read this, and it's so asinine. It's so backwards. Instead of spending that money doing that, get yourselves a good coach. Someone who cares about your progress, who's going to work with you to get you to where you want to go, and who's going to help you with your mindset, to change your views around food, to change your views around alcohol, to change your views around exercise. Someone that's going to set you challenging but achievable goals that you can progress and get better and feel good about yourself. Or take drugs in secret, don't tell anyone, and then when it all goes wrong, wonder why. When it fails, blame the drug, or blame the universe, or crystals, or incense, or Mars being in retrograde, or some such. Anyway, gonna leave that here, guys. The long and short is, all this money being spent on these drugs, yes, for some people, it's needed. For the vast majority of them, it's not. And yes, fat loss is, in fact, simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. And just to reverse you here, you talk to someone who's trying to gain weight, who's trying to gain lean tissue, and they will tell you gaining weight, like not getting fat, but gaining lean tissue is quite literally 10 times harder, 10 times slower. So if all you're trying to do is lose some body fat, count your blessings. It's simple. You just have to stick with it for a long time, potentially, depending how much weight you have to lose. But you can drastically change your body composition, aka how much body fat you're carrying, not just your scale weight, but your actual body composition. Like, you can be an entirely new person within 6 months. But it takes a bit of mindset. It takes a lot of hard work. I'm just going to leave that there. A bit of food for thought for you guys. And have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys next week.